Ex-NBA player Dante Green charged with attempted robbery of a gas station. And what's crazy, according to his stats, this is his salaries, right? 2008, 2009 made $971,160. 2009 to 2010, $1,044,000. 2010 to 2011, $1,116,840, and in 2011 to 2012, he made $2,015,896. And so his career earnings that are publicly available was $5,147,896. Now, if this was the only amount of money that he actually ever got throughout his whole career, after taxes, expenses, blah 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 kind of stuff, right? We're probably looking at like an earnings of about 2.5 million, 2.6, 2.8 million, right? Mainly after taxes. Like, do you realize just how much money that actually is? Like, if you have any common sense, like literally any common sense, you would never have to resort to robbing a gas station, right? And the problem that I see is that there's a lot of these pro athletes or former pro athletes that completely bend themselves over a table and shove a broom up themselves. Like, this is so stupid to waste this amount of money. And again, this is only his career earnings, right? This has nothing to do with sponsorships. This has nothing to do with commercials that he's probably done, right? Like, this is so much money. And what I've seen is that a lot of these pro athletes basically come from pretty much no money, start making massive amounts of money, but because they have no financial foundation, right, that is actually decent, they end up basically being like a lottery winner and completely ruining themselves financially. They start buying Lambos, they start buying mansions, they start buying like 400, $500,000 pieces of jewelry. They start buying watches with a whole bunch of aftermarket diamonds on it, making it practically worthless. Like, they start buying their friends stuff, they start buying their family stuff, they start going into debt, which is beyond stupid when you have this amount of money. It's like, I'm just so annoyed whenever I see like a story like this because it's like, dude, you could have been retired for the rest of your life with this type of money, right? Without really having to do anything, right? If anyone were to ever actually make millions of dollars, all you got to do, get out of debt, make sure you pay off all your debt, put your money into two basically different types of investments, right? At least this is what I would do. And that's basically like some sort of like index fund that also pays out a dividend where you can basically choose whether or not to actually take that as like income or just have it reinvest in itself in real estate to provide monthly cash flow every single month, right? Paid for real estate providing you cash flow every single month that would cover your living expenses. You would literally never have to work a job in your life ever again. And yet, you have pro athletes who have made millions of dollars and they blow everything. And they don't just blow everything, they probably get into so much debt on top of what they've already earned. And then they basically have to resort to doing really stupid stuff. But man, this is so stupid. This is so stupid. Like, honestly, I'm a little bit sad when I see this too. So let's get into the article. Former NBA basketball player Dante Green was arrested after attempting to rob a gas station clerk in Indiana, according to local reports. Green, 34, is charged with attempted robbery after the Goshen Police Department said he lunged at a Phillips 66 gas station clerk and demanded he give him all the money. Like, again, like, dude, like, what are you doing? Like, what did you do with all of your money where you think that this is an option for you, right? That this is the best option for you in your mind. Why? Like, on November 8th, cops received a call around midnight about a drunk driver in the area before they got another call about a man trying to rob a gas station clerk. The second call from a Taco Bell connected to the same Phillips 66 gas station Green tried to rob. When cops arrived at the gas station, they arrested Green and booked him into Elkhart County Jail. The 6'11" Ford played under legendary coach Jim Boeheim as a freshman at Syracuse University for just 1 year during the 2007 to 2008 season. He started all 35 games and led Syracuse in scoring with 17.7 points and 7.2 rebounds per game before entering the draft. And Green was selected 28th overall by the Memphis Grizzlies, but was instantly traded to the Houston Rockets during the 2008 NBA draft. Green also played for the Boston Celtics and the Sacramento Kings. During his NBA career, Green averaged a career 6.1 points per game in 253 games overall before he decided to play overseas. Green recently appeared on ESPN's The Basketball Tournament under Coach Boeheim's Syracuse alum team in the summer of 2017. So let's check out some of these comments. But again, like, if you stumble upon this episode, if you earned at minimum $5.1 million before taxes, what would you do with that money? Right? Because to me, if I earned that money, regardless of how I earned it, if I earned that money and then like after taxes I basically got like 2.8, maybe at most around 3 million, I would have a really nice house, but nothing too crazy. Maybe like a $400,000 house, $500,000 house. I'd probably have my dream car, right, which is a Lamborghini Gallardo Superleggera, right? And also just a daily driver car, which could just be like, I don't know, like a Camaro, Mustang, whatever, right? Or like a pickup truck, because pickup trucks can pretty much do whatever you want. So I'd have those two vehicles. I would have a million plus, probably, let's just say like a million into an index fund like SPY, where I just reinvest the dividends straight back into growing that account. And then I'd also have about $1 million, roughly speaking, in paid off real estate that would provide me income per month to basically pay for my living expenses so that I don't have to touch the investment into SPY. So that I could just keep compounding over and over and over again and keep buying more and more shares without me having to actually go and do anything. Like, that's what I would probably do if I made that type of money. It's like, by the way, you could pretty much by doing what I basically said, I could keep a really nice lifestyle without ever touching the principal, roughly 3 million speaking, right? So my net worth will constantly grow. I could live an amazing life and I never really got to worry about bills all at the same time. Like, oh, Lord. Let's see. The fallacy of athletic scholarships based on the ability to play a game without the minimum education standards the rest of the enrollees face. Couldn't have said it better. They are pushed through at all levels in preparation for the pros, even if they commit crimes at a younger age. Then they and many other athletes have spent their money and have no skills to live after sports. According to Basketball Reference, the brother made more than $5 million playing professional ball. Surprisingly, I guess he may have squandered some of that money. Maybe he fell asleep in some of those classes at Syracuse. And by the way, this is actually where I got The stats, basketball reference. Guess he should have stayed in school and gotten a college degree, or at least learned to read. Which, by the way, I learned something pretty disturbing, and that is about a third of the United States population has like I think like an elementary or worse level, like school level reading level. Well, I said that completely effed up. But basically, the reading level of about a third of the United States population is, I think, below the sixth grade level. Like, it's crazy. Guess he is broke and never had a real job, go to jail, and play basketball. Ooh. Hard to not be identified as 6 foot 11 inches. Yeah, that's true. How many millions of dollars did old Dante make during his career? Maybe he shouldn't have had his buddy, Ray Ray, manage his money. So let's see. So $5,153,283, $6,920,868 adjusted for inflation, and that's just his NBA money. Was curious to find out myself since this article conveniently leaves that out when a 2 second search pulls it right up. Ba, 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 ba. I guess making roughly 5.2 million during his 2008 to 2012 career. Didn't last him too long. Let's see, you can take the boy out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of the boy. Guess he partied with his paychecks, should have saved for after the game. Dribble and rob sounds about right, which is such a sad statement. The NBA players love their drugs. His coke money ran out. Yeah, so feel free to give your thoughts on this. Again, this is like just a really depressing situation, right? It's like, why? Why do so many of these pro athletes just like ruin their lives? Because this is the thing that like really bothers me because you have people who have a skill set that is so specialized that gets them into like the top 1% of the world and they completely F it up themselves. No one else F's it up for them. It's just themselves. It's like you had everything open for you. Like literally the road was your oyster after these years and yet you completely ruined it. Like why? And the thing is, I'm pretty certain the NBA also like does like training for their players that basically go and say like, "Hey, don't be stupid with your money. You may not last here forever. Keep your money, save your money, invest your money. Don't be stupid with your money." I'm pretty certain like literally every single professional like sports league actually has something like that in place because this is such a common issue. Lord, so much money wasted, like for no reason. By the way, if you want to learn how to get out of debt and grow your net worth and learn how I did it, go down below or go to 40inbox.com and never be in a situation like Dante Green because this is so depressingly stupid.